from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. At plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Hansen. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about it. Touchdown, Falcons! Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Patriots nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for New England. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Patriots.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
To throw on 2nd down, Hansen. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on 3rd down, Hansen. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Hines. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go
down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for New England. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 10. Off play action. Hansen escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Godwin, his second. Touchdown on the season. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And shedding through the tackle. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? When we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Now it's Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
They run with Hines. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd and 9 now. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for New England.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Hansen. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Hansen. Buying time to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touch. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Hansen flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it.
And there he goes again. Past the 20.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Falcons. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Joe Mixon, 59 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Patriots 49, Falcons.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. He's got Elliott, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trip. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they